Alright guys, so in this video I'm just going to show you guys how you can host and run your website with the backend and the database locally on your mobile device. So this is best for developers or people interested into full stack development without PCs. You can use this method that I'm going to show you right in this video. And right on my screen I have this website I created. I use PHP and then MySQL. It doesn't matter whether you are a PHP developer or Node.js developer, and even Python. You can use this procedure that I'm going to show you guys to host your website, to host and run your website locally on your mobile devices. And this method is basically for Android users. I haven't tried it in iOS, but I'm pretty sure there will be an alternative for iPhone users. And as you can see on my screen, I am not connected to the internet. That is why it is saying I don't have internet connection at the top. So let's say I want to add a new student, so I'll just fill in the student credentials. I'll say Gafaro. Wow, the name should be Gafaro Abdul Karim, so something like this. And then the email address should be example@gmail.com. The phone number should be, let me just say 123456789 like this. So now I'm going to select a course for the students. You have drop down here, and I have computer science, business administration, engineering, medicine, and then arts. So I'll choose business administration for the students, and the date of birth of the student must be over 16 years. So I'll just choose any date that will be above 15 years. And then the address of the student, let me just say Tamale, Ghana, like this. So now if I should submit this form, I'll get a success message which says registration successful and some little info. So now let me go back to my database. So back to my database here, I'll log in, and this is the database. Student onboarding, student. So you can see right here the student I just added is the student with the ID number 3 here. Students with ID number 3, Gafaro Abdul Karim example@gmail.com. So now let's see how we can set this up. So we are going to use this app. You can get this app on Play Store. The name of the app is AwebServer. I'll attach the link to this app in the description of the video. So the name of the app is AwebServer. Just go to your Play Store and then search for AwebServer. So let me quickly go to my Play Store and then search for AwebServer this way. So I'm not connected to the internet. I'll get an error. Let me on my data and then try searching it again. So if I should on my data and then search for AwebServer, sorry, I'm having the app right here already installed. You can also install it and then open it. So when you first install it and open it, you need to give it some time to load and downloaded some of the important extensions that you'll be needing. So I'll turn off my data again and then now open the app. So alright, so when you open the app this way, this is how the interface is going to look like. And then here we have the status to be stopped, address, ports, and then documents, routes, service, web content, PHP config, and then PHP version. So I have my project right here. my project right here on my phone storage. So my project is right here, that is the student onboarding 1. That is my project. So you can also create a project and then you can add it to the root documents root here on the app. So just click on select and then select internal to choose the file from choose the project from your phone internal storage. So now when you hit on internal and then hit OK, you'll be taken to your storage section, that is your file manager. Just select the project that you want to run and then tap on select. So now we are going to start the service. So just click on the start, tap on the start button here, start this way, and the service will be started. I have a notification saying service running on port 8080. So now let's go to PHP my admin, so MySQL rather. So if we should go to MySQL, the status is stopped. So what we are going to do is to start it. So we are going to start it and then click on this link where we can access and create our database. So I'll click on the link and it should take me to PHP my admin interface. So here the initial password you can change it to, but the initial username and password is root and then the password too is root. You can change it to any password of your choice. So now if I should log in, I'll have the interface this way. I already have my database created, but you can do so by just hitting on new and then input the database name that you want. My database, so let's say my DB this way. So you can create any database of your choice, and after creating the database you create your custom tables, and then let's say table name users, then you can the name should be user ID. So we should have the user ID and it should be integer. Let's turn on auto increment is turned on, so that's automatically sets it to our primary key. So we should have our full name again, our full name. So I think I should do it this way, full name. The type should be VACA. Wow. Okay, let me pause the video. So after everything you just hit on save and then the table shall be created. So inside our database now we have the ID, full name, email, and then phone number. So I'm not going to be using this database. I already have my database here, which is the students onboarding database right here, and inside that database I have my student table with the data that I just inserted via the form. So now the next thing that we are going to do is to now link our front end to the back end. So I'm using this app for this project, which is VS Visual Code Mobile. So this app, you can use any app of your choice. So inside your configuration where you connect your website to the database, so inside this particular folder you need to set the host name to be, the host name should be 0.0.0.0, that is 4 zeros, and then the database name should be the database that you created, the username, and then the username should be root, and then the password should be root. So after everything what you need to do next is to go back to the web server and then click on the link provided to you here. That is the address. Just click on it and it will take you to your website. So I can go to the admin panel and then I'll see all the students that are already in the database. I can filter them. Let's say I want students in business administration and I want students in any of the courses. So now I have the students here. I didn't add any action to it, so this button here, when I click on the view, nothing will happen, and then the delete to nothing will happen. So this is just a sample method on how you can run your full stack web app and websites locally on your phone without having to connect to the internet. And don't forget to give me a follow and then a like if you are just watching this video for the first time. Just subscribe and then give me a comment in the comment section, and should in case there is somewhere that you don't understand, you can just leave it in the comment section. I'll do a video on that, or anything that you want me to do video on which relate to tech and then your mobile device, you can leave it in the comment section. I'll see it and I'll try my best and get you a video on that particular thing. I also leave the link to my WhatsApp channel. I share some important resources on my WhatsApp channel, so I'll leave the link in the description of this video. Kindly go and follow me on WhatsApp and then let's see how far we can go together. All right, thanks for watching.